Hello everyone, we're gonna start very soon. Rip Ace, no, there's no Kahoot today. Hello Pierre, good to see you again. Hello Rainy. Oh, Asha, good to see you also. Ah, yes, Asha, yes, I remember you. Okay, so there's 7 of you so far. Let's wait 1 or 2 more minutes, okay? Okay, so you can see on the screen there's a sticker. If you would like to sign up for our free trial, feel free to do so, okay? So we will have live webinars every Saturday, and I will be teaching the webinar for P5 and P6. Hi, Merlin. Hi, guys, remember me? Merlin, did you join our live before? I don't recall seeing you, Merlin, for math. Maybe you joined the other subject, was it? The Agak Cook. Hello. You have a very interesting username. Rainy? No, there's no Kahoot today. Ah, I see. It's your mother's TikTok account, is it? Okay, so shall we begin? Let me hide the sticker first, huh? Lion King. Lion King, you sound familiar. Yeah, I think you sound familiar. Ah, you don't remember. Okay. All right. So let's look at the first question over here. Okay, but those of you who downloaded our worksheets in advance, right? You notice that for some of the questions, there's a little bit for error. Okay, so it's okay. You can just change the question. Okay, so my copy is the updated copy. You can refer to my copy. Okay, so we're starting off with a graph question today. The line graph shows the number of flowers sold by a florist over 5 days. So the question is asking which day did the shop sell the greatest number of flowers? Okay, so for the first question, you actually don't need to do any calculation. Greatest means you're looking at the highest point in the graph. Yeah, so you can send in your answers. Okay, the agate cook. Yep, correct. Merlin, correct. Okay, so the highest point over here, you can see it is actually Sunday. So I will pick option 2 as the answer. Yeah, number 2 is the correct answer. Yeah, so all of you got it right. Very good. The other code you asked the question, is it? One question equals to 2 marks. That depends. Some questions could be 1 mark, some questions could be 2 marks. So it depends on the difficulty of the question. All right, next one. So how many flowers did the florist sell on Wednesday? Okay, so this is where your worksheet might be a bit different from mine because I have already edited the error. Okay, so I'm looking at Wednesday now. Let me draw a line to match the number over here. So zoom in a bit, Wednesday. So for line graph, you need to make use of gaps. So let's see, from 0 to 15, can you guys tell me how many gaps are there? How many gaps are there from 0 to 15? You can type it in the chat box. Okay, smiley face, you're sending me the answer, is it? Okay, Merlin says 5. Yes, Lion King, there's a slight error, so I've edited it. Okay, Rainy PR says 5 gaps, that's correct. So this 5 gaps will be equals to 15. So then you have to find out what one gap represents. What is one gap? If 5 gaps is 15, one gap will be equals to? Yes, Rainy, thank you. That's equals to 3. So all you need to do is to divide by 5. Okay, so now that you know each gap is equal to 3, we can find out for Wednesday. So starting from number 15, I'm going to go upwards by 1 gap and 2 gaps until I reach Wednesday. So that will be 15, then plus 3 plus 3, because I'm moving upwards by 2 gaps, and each gap is 3. Okay, so based on this, your answer would be? What would your answer be for question 2? Yep, okay, Rainy says 21, Easy Daisy says option 2. Yes, both are correct. So 21 is option 2. Those of you who have printed the worksheet, you can change your numbers to the same as mine. So there's a slight error in the numbers previously. Everybody okay with the first 2 questions? Okay, so if no questions, let's move on to the next page. Rainy, yes, your worksheet says 21 is number 3. Was it? I thought the original worksheet says 210, not 21. Yeah, it's okay, so you just change the numbers to match mine. Okay, so we look at this. Which 2 shapes shown in the grid have the same area? Okay, so you can try this question. Send in your answer. Same area. Okay, some of you are sending in the answers already. Okay, good work. Yep, okay, so your answers are correct so far. Okay, so let's go through. I will count one by one. So for A, I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5 cm square for A. And then for B, I'm going to count the squares first, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can combine the triangles, right? So we learned this in P4. You can combine 2 triangles to form a full square. So that will be number 5. And then combine again to form number 6. Do the same thing for C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then combine the triangles to form 6 cm square. And lastly for D, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, combine number 6, combine number 7. So this is your working for this question. Based on this, you can see that B and C are both 6 cm square. So that would be option 3 as your answer, which all of you got correct. Yeah, Lion King, your answer is correct. Okay, so the questions are quite simple so far. Actually, I think today's worksheet, the questions are quite simple. We don't really have a difficult problem sum. Yeah, it's quite easy, right? Okay, how about the next question, testing on average. So the table below shows the marks scored by 4 pupils in the quiz. So find the average score. So again, let's see your answers. Okay, yes, Pia, Merlin, Agap Cook, all same answers. Rainy, Lion King, same answer. Okay. Okay, so let's recap. What is the formula to find average? How do you find average? There is a formula for this, right? Can you guys let me know what the formula is in the chat box? Sigma besties, thanks for your compliment. Okay, guys, what's the formula for average? I hope you are typing it in the chat box. Okay, so Lion King, you type out the working. Agat Cook and Rainy says total divided by amount. Okay, total divided by data. Okay, yes, correct. So the formula for average is total, then over. Okay, over means divided by your number of data. So make sure you know the correct formula. Yes, Merlin, correct as well. Okay, so let's find the total first. Total will be 11 plus 9 plus 12 plus 8. And what is the number of data for this question? Number of data is? Hello, YS. Yes, 4 is correct. So because there's 4 pupils, right? So that is your number of data. Okay, so then we add it together to get the total. That will give you 40. Then you divide by 4. So 40 divided by 4, that's how you get 10 as the answer. So the average is 10, and it is option 2, which all of you got correct. So this question also quite simple, right? Okay, let's have a quick bonus question. This is not in your worksheet. So let's say that I add in one more student, so student E. And let's say student E didn't do so well for the quiz. Student E got 0. So what would your new average be? Okay, so this is your bonus question. What is the average of the 5 pupils? Mm-hmm. Okay, Agat, Cook, Yuki, correct. Pia, are you sure it's 10? Okay, so you send me a new answer. Rainy, okay, correct. Skibidi, yes, correct. Merlin, correct. Yeah, very good. Okay, so even though it is 0, but you still have to count student E as one data. So the total doesn't change, right? Because student E got 0. So the total is still 40. But this time you have 5 pupils. So 8 is the answer. Okay, so good job, all of you got it right. And let's move on to the next question. Okay, so in this question, there are 9 red beads, 6 purple beads, and 15 blue beads in a box. What is the ratio of the number of purple beads to the sum of the red and blue beads? Some of you have not done the question yet. Okay, you can solve it on the spot. Shouldn't take you more than 1 minute, I think. Merlin, Lion King. Okay, I've seen your answer. Okay, what about the rest of you? Rainy has the same answer. Mm-hmm. Yuki agak could be a yes, everybody same answer. Okay, good. So let's go through. First thing I'm gonna do is find the sum of the red and blue beads. So sum means addition. The red is 9, then I add it to the blue, which is 15. So 9 plus 15 is 24. That is the sum. After that, let's put it as a ratio, purple to red plus blue. So purple is just 6, and then red plus blue is 24. So ratio works like fractions. You have to simplify it. So I'm going to divide by 6 to simplify this ratio to the simplest form. You will get 1 to 4, which all of you got correct. This is option 1. Any questions so far? Or is it too easy then you don't have any question? No questions, huh? Yeah, it's quite easy. Okay, how about the next question on patterns? So a pattern is formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first 13 digits are shown. What is the 113th digit? Okay, so you guys can again try it. Some of you have not done the worksheet. Oh, Lion King, you find this question a little bit hard, is it? But this type of question is very common, so make sure you know how to do. Okay, so Merlin, Agak, Cook, Lion King, same answer. Yuki as well. Alright, so Agak, Cook, you're sending me the working. Mm-hmm. Rainy, yes, correct. Okay, so seems like you guys get the answer already, got the answer. So for pattern question, first thing you need to do is to identify the repeating pattern. So I have 3241, 3241. So you can see that 3241 is one of the pattern, is one group, then it starts to repeat itself. Okay, so I'll write this is one group. So one group has 4 digits. I will use 113 divide by 4 digits. So you will get a quotient and a remainder. What do you guys get? What is the quotient and what is the remainder? Something, remainder, something. If you did your working, you would have this number, right? What do you guys get? Your quotient and your remainder? All right, Merlin, thank you. 28, remainder 1. That's correct. Yep. Okay, so your 113th digit is the remainder 1, is the first remainder. Okay, so I'll write here. All right, so now let's look at the pattern. Which one is your first remainder? First remainder means the first digit in the pattern. So just nice, the first digit is actually digit 3. So 3 is the answer. Okay, that's the answer. So since you guys are so good at solving the questions, let me give you a bonus one. Okay, so the bonus question over here is, can you find the sum of the first 40 digits? And let's see who can get the answer the fastest. What is the sum of the first 40 digits? Okay, Agat Cook says 400. Merlin says 100. Lion King says 36. So all three of you have a different answer. Rainy, bonus question you have to solve on the spot. You can try it on the spot. Anyone else has a different answer? Skibidi says 10. Okay. Pia says 100. Alright, so let me see the comments. Who was the first person to get it correct? It was Merlin. Okay, Merlin says 100, Pia says 100. That's the correct answer. Good job. Okay, so how do you get this 100? So first I will take 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. Because that is one group, right? That is one of your pattern. So that's 10. So 10 is the sum of 4 digits. However, I'm asking you for the sum of 40 digits. Okay, so all you need to do is times 10. So 10 times 10 gives you 100. Okay, so that's the correct working to the bonus question. Merlin and Pia, good job. Any questions for the bonus question? Do you guys like bonus question? What do you guys think? Bonus question, do you enjoy the random bonus questions? I mean, it gets you to think on the spot. Okay, Pia says yes, enjoy the bonus question. Okay, Lion King says yes, especially if it's hard. Okay. Rainy not too sure. Pia says have more bonus question. Okay, yeah, behind we will have some more bonus question. Okay, so now let's look at the next question. This is an angle question. So you have AB, which is a straight line over here. Angle D is 28 degrees. E is twice the size of D. Okay, so you're supposed to find angle F in this question. Please try the question and let me know your answers. Okay, Lion King, you got the answer very quickly. Pia as well. Merlin, okay. Okay, so let's wait for a few more answers before we go through. Rainy, you're still solving. Okay. So everybody who sent in the answers is the same answer so far, right? Nobody has a different answer. Okay, so let's go through this. Now I'm going to label angle D first. Angle D is 28 degrees. And they say that angle E is twice of angle D. So the keyword twice means you got to times 2. So let me find angle E first. I will use 28 times 2. So how many degrees is angle E? Angle E is how many degrees? You should have calculated this as part of your workings, right? Okay, Rainy says 56 degrees. Thank you, that's correct. Okay, so now I'm going to label angle E is 56 degrees. So how do I find angle F? I need to make use of the fact that AB is a straight line. So can you guys tell me what is so special about a straight line? Angles on a straight line will be how many degrees? Okay, Rainy, it's 180 degrees. Okay, Merlin 180. Agak skibidi yes, everybody says 180 degrees. That's correct. So always remember that a straight line, okay, angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. So to find angle F, I would use 180 degrees minus angle E and minus angle D. So that's your working. After you minus away these two angles, then you will get the remaining angle, which is angle F. Okay, so this one you should have gotten 96 degrees, right? Everybody got option 3 as your answer? Yes, that calculation is okay. You can put a bracket to group 56 and 28 together. That's okay. Any questions so far? I think you guys are getting all the questions correct. So no question, right? No question. Okay, good. So that was our MCQ, and then now we can move on to our section B, which is short answer question. PO wants more bonus question. Let me see, did I prepare any more bonus question? I think have. Below. Not this question. We got one more bonus question later on. Okay, so let's do this question on triangle. The figure shows a right angle triangle. Find the area of this triangle. Okay, so you guys can attempt it. Okay, Lion King, are you sure is a cm cube? PE says is a cm square. Okay. Daily dose, are you sure it's 60? Yes, cm square should be the correct unit. Okay, fur for life, you're telling me the formula, is it? Half times base times height for the formula. Yes. Okay, thank you. Daily dose, yes, now is correct. Okay, so just now fur for life mentioned the formula for area of a triangle. That's correct. Area of a triangle, make sure you memorize this, is half times base times height. So how do you identify the base and the height in the question? If you are given a triangle, how do you identify the base and the height? There must be a specific angle between your base and the height, right? What type of angle must exist between the base and the height? Okay, PE says look out for a 90 degree. That's correct. So look out for a right angle. So in this diagram, you can see that there is a right angle that is in between your 5 cm and 12 cm. So this means that 5 cm and 12 cm will be your base and your height. Okay, so I will use half times 5 times 12. So always make sure to look out for the right angle. And once you calculate this, you can get the answer. So this will be 30 as your final answer. Take note the unit is actually cm square. Okay, so I think most of you got this question correct. Rainy, I don't think you missed out any question. Yeah. Do you miss out any question, Rainy? Do you need the answer for a previous question? No? Oh, you went out for a second. Okay. Alright, so let's do the next question. Water leaks from a tap at a rate of 5 milliliters per second. At this rate, how much water will leak from the tap in 3 minutes? Okay, so the topic in this question is rate. You learn rate in P5. Lion King PE, okay, you guys got the same answer. Agak Cook, okay. Fur for life, alright. Your calculation is correct. Rainy also same answer. Okay, good. So let me write down the information first. In 1 second, it will leak 5 milliliters. So the question is asking for 3 minutes. So you notice that the unit is different, right? I thought we were talking about seconds, then suddenly we're talking about minutes. So let's convert it to the same units. I want to convert 3 minutes to seconds. how many minutes is, how many seconds is 3 minutes? When you convert 3 minutes to seconds, how many seconds is that? Okay, Fur for Life says 180 seconds. Okay, Merlin also says 180 seconds. Good, that's correct. So if I want to find 180 seconds, all I need to do is times 5. 180 times 5. Okay, yeah, Rachel, so 60 times 3 is to get the 180 seconds, right? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so I'm sure you know how to do this calculation. You will get 900 milliliters as your answer. Okay, so what do you learn from this question that can be applied to real life? Do you guys think about it? This question can be applied to real life, right? You imagine your house, the tap is spoiled, right? So it's leaking water. Every second it leaks 5 milliliters. So within 3 minutes, 900 milliliters will leak from your tap. That is almost 1 liter. 1 liter is actually quite a lot. It's actually, let's say I have a water bottle here, right? It is double of this water bottle. So you can imagine 1 liter is a lot of water, okay, that is leaking from your tap. So what do you learn from this? You need to fix your tap soon. If not, you will waste a lot of water and then your bills will be very high. Correct? Okay, so I hope none of you have a water leakage situation ever. Yeah? Very waste water, right? Peter, you want to be a plumber. You can just hire a plumber, I guess. Okay, so it's 5:32 now. Usually, at the midpoint, we will have a short break, right? Okay, for you guys to use the restroom if you need to. Okay, so let's take a short break now. Just a few minutes. And then we will continue with the questions. Lion King don't need break, is it? As in you don't need the restroom? Yeah, but some of the other students might need. Wukong, is this FMA? Do you mean foundation? This is not foundation. This is a standard math. Merlin, can we chit chat? Yeah, sure. What do you want to chit chat about? Is there Kahoot? No, today don't have. Week 7 we will have Kahoot. So week 7 is this is week 6, right? So week 7 will be 2 weeks later because next week our center will be closed because it's Christmas. So after Christmas, then our shops will reopen again. Okay, then we will start to have our TikTok live again. Merlin, you want to chat with the others? Is it? Lion King, is there such thing as higher math? Higher math, Math Olympiad? Yeah, so some schools have a Math Olympiad, right? So I guess that's considered higher math. Okay. Lion King, your school has Math Olympiad, is it? Oh, Rainy, you are in Science Math Olympiad. That's nice. That means your science must be quite good. Okay. Peter, you're actually in Math Olympiad, is it? But the question should be quite tough. Okay, Rainy. Because of section B. You mean the open-ended answers and all that, right? Is it? Oh, Merlin, you're actually called Ella. Okay. You mean your mother is called Merlin? Is it? Okay. So Lion King and Rainy, you're saying that science open-ended is very difficult, is it? Yeah, I think a lot of students struggle with that section, right? Oh, you mean math. I see. Okay. Okay, so I think that's enough of the break, right? Yeah. So I think we can continue. Anton, can I do the hard questions first? A, I will do in sequence. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do question by question. I won't skip the question. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Caitlin had 1.03 kg of flour at first. She used 520 grams of it. How many kilograms of flour was left? Okay, so take note that they want the answer to be in kg. So you should change your 520 grams to kg because the final answer should be in kg. So your 520 grams, if you convert it to kg, how many kg is that when you convert it? Yes, Lion King conversion. So when you convert it, what will you get? Okay, so Skibidi says 0.52 kg. Yes, that is correct. So you convert by dividing by 1000. So after I convert into 0.52 kg, then I can minus. So I will use the total minus what she used to get what is left. Okay, so this is your correct working. 1.03 minus 0.52. Okay, so yeah, so that's how most of you got the answer, 0.51 kg. Any questions? Yes, KBD, that's correct. No question, Okay, so let's move on to the next page. Yuki, no, we won't be doing live tomorrow. For primary math, live is always on Friday. Skibidi, if you put 0.520, don't need to put the extra zero lah. Yeah. Try to avoid adding extra zeros at the back. It's not necessary. Yeah. Oh, okay, Pia, thanks for tracking the likes. 5.3 thousand likes, 5.3K likes, right? Yeah. Okay, next question. A shopkeeper had 680 pouches for sale. He sold 45% of them last week. So how many pouches did he sell last week? So this is a simple percentage question. Those of you who have not done this question yet, you can do your calculation now. Calculators are not allowed now for this question. You need to learn how to manually calculate this. Okay, Lion King, you might need to try again now with your calculation. Okay, so P and Agak cook. Yes, same answer. Yeah, Lion King, your working is correct, but then your final answer shouldn't be 238, right? Based on your calculation, it shouldn't be 238. What should you get? Rainy, yes, there's a little bit of a formatting issue in the worksheet, so I already changed it. Skibi, you don't know how to do the calculation, is it? Oh, okay, right. Don't worry, I'll go through this. Okay, so this 45%, I will change it into a fraction. 45% is also 45 over 100. So then you are going to multiply by the total pouches. So you times 680. Okay, so for those of you who don't know how to do the calculation, please pay attention. Let me zoom in for you. So you are going to cross cancel the zero. So I cross out one zero here, then I cross out one zero here, like that. So cancel the 0 first. After that, what else can I do? I can cross out the 45 and then the 10. Okay, so 45 and 10, both of them can divide by 5, right? So I will get 9 on top, and then I will get 2 below, after both of them divide by 5. Now, what else can you cross cancel? One last number. I can cross cancel 2 and 68, because both of these numbers can divide by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 68 divided by 2 is 34. So you cannot cross cancel anything else. You are going to use 9 times 34 to get your final answer. Okay, so you should have gotten 306 for this question. Okay, Skibidi, you know how to calculate now? Make sure you know how to calculate this, okay? Because this is a section B question, you are not allowed to use calculator for this. So you have to use the cross cancellation method. Or Lion King, your parent taught you how to do this calculation, is it? Section C, yeah, section C can use calculator. Yeah, but we are not at section C yet. Yuki, you also forgot, is it? Okay, Skibidi, you have a question, is it? How you get the 9? Okay, because Skibidi, just now I had 45 and 10. So 45 and 10, these two numbers I can both divide by 5. So 45 divided by 5, that's how I got 9. Then 10 divided by 5, that's how I got 2 just now. Okay, Skibidi, can? Okay, good. Alright, so let me zoom out again. Here. PL says question 12 is a bit difficult. It is, okay? Let me put a star here. This question is a bit tricky. This question, the topic is rate. It's a bit tricky. Okay, so let's read the question. 5 workers took 4 days to paint a house. How many days will it take for only 2 workers to paint the same house? Those of you who have answers, you can send it in the chat box. Fantastic tomato. How do I paste the background? Oh, the background is an image, then I just upload the background as a, I mean on TikTok you can upload an image as a background. Yeah. Okay, YS is divide by 4. 5 divided by 4 then times 2. Are you sure? Booming zoomer. Okay. 10. Okay, Agat Cool says 0.4. Okay, so seems like you guys find this question a bit difficult, because I don't see many answers from you all. Lion King says 0.4. Okay, let's go through this. Merlin not very sure how to do with it. It's okay, I will go through. Okay, Muhammad says find 1 worker first. That is correct, that's what I would do. So let me write down the information. 5 workers took 4 days to paint a house. Okay, so like what Muhammad says, I am going to find 1 worker. So can you guys tell me, if I only have 1 worker, how many days will I take to paint the house? Okay. I see some correct answers. Some of you say 20. Yeah. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Over here, I divide by 5, but over here, I have to times 5. So this question, there is something called an inverse relationship. That means it's opposite. Okay, so why is it opposite? Because if you think about it, from 5 workers become 1 worker. That means you have only 1 person working. So that means that you are going to take many, many more days, right? So that's why you times 5 instead. So 1 worker will take many more days. 1 worker has to take 20 days to paint the house by himself, as compared to 5 workers who can do a much faster job. Does that make sense, all of you? Okay, so once you find 1 worker, then you can find 2 workers. So as compared to 1 worker, now you have 2 workers. So if you have 2 person who is working together, then things will become faster, right? They can work finish faster. So instead of 20 days, they now will work faster. They will take less days. So you divide by 2. They only need 10 days. Okay, so 10 days is the answer. Okay, everybody? So that's why this question is tricky, because there is a opposite relationship in this question. Four workers, 2.5 days. No, 4 workers would be 5 days, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Muhammad, question 13 is even harder. Is it? I thought question 12 is harder. Okay, so let's look at question 13. The ratio of the perimeters of 2 squares is 1 to 5. The perimeter of the smaller square is 8 cm. So what is the length of one side of the larger square? Okay, so this question, I don't think it is too difficult. So when you look at this ratio, right, 1 to 5, 1 must be for the smaller square. Okay, so you already know the smaller square's perimeter is 8 cm. So this means that 1 unit represents 8 cm. So if you want to find 5 units, that will be 5 times 8 cm, that is 40 cm. 40 cm is the perimeter of the large square. So how do you find one side of the large square? You just need to use the perimeter, then you divide by 4. Because a square has 4 equal sides, right? So you divide by 4 to find each of the sides. Okay, so 10 cm is the answer. Yeah, okay, so we have 10 cm as the answer for this question and the previous question. Yeah, sometimes there'll be the same answer, but I mean, not always. Okay, so now we are at our section C, which is problem sums. Oh, okay, Skibidi, what's the meaning of 2 squares, is it? That means that there's 2 separate squares. One is the small one is a big one. That's it. That's what they mean by 2 squares. 2 different squares. Or Lion King, take out calculator. Yeah, sure. You can do that. Okay, so a store had a sale. The first item you can get 30% discount. The second item you can get 50% discount. So Mrs. Chan bought one washing machine, which cost $700 before the discount. How much was the discount? Okay, so those of you you're using a calculator to solve this, you can calculate first. You only need one step to solve this question. It's not difficult. Oh, but you guys got to read the question carefully, yeah? Merlin, are you sure they are asking you how much the washing machine is? They're asking you for the discount, right? Not asking you how much she paid for the washing machine. Okay, so Booming Zoomer and Skibidi, okay, Nocte, yes, same answer. Correct. Okay, so if I want to calculate the discount is 30%. So I would write 30 over 100. That represents 30%. Okay, then I will times $700. You can use your calculator for this. You will get $210 as the answer. Zamil, both items is washing machine. No, she only bought one washing machine. You see, the keyword for this question is she bought a washing machine. Means one only. Okay, so for part A, Mrs. Chan only bought one thing. But for part B, Miss Wong bought two things. Okay, so let's look at part B. Miss Wong bought two identical chairs. So she paid $151.20. What was the price of one chair before the discount? So let's see your answers for part B, please. Okay, Skibidi, I think you might have to try again for that. Anyone else has answers? Or is this question too difficult? Okay, Booming Zoomer, yes, that's correct. Lion King, what do you mean by cannot post? I mean, just type in your final answer. Okay, Agak Cook, 126 as well. Good. All right, so let's go through this question. So if the first item, that means the first chair, she got 30% discount. That means that she only pays 70% for the first chair. Okay, so for the first chair, she pays 70% because she got 30% discount. Then for the second chair, she gets a 50% discount, so she only need to pay 50%. Sophia, that's correct. So for these two things, right, in total, she would pay 70 plus 50. So she pay 120%. So 120% will be equals to the $151.20 that she actually paid. Okay, so you can write 120% represents the $151.20 that she paid. Skibidi, where I get the 70%? Because she get 30% discount, right? So if you use 100% minus 30%, that means that she only pays 70% after the 30% discount. Is it okay, Skibidi? That's how I got the 70%. All right. So after that, you can find 1%. All you need to do is divide by 120. You can use a calculator for this. You will get $1.26. So they're asking you what is the price of one chair before discount. Before discount always refers to the original price. So that will be 100% you are trying to find. Okay, so that's how you get 126 as your answer. Everybody okay? All right, let's move on to the next page. Okay, so we have another graph question. Now, those of you who printed our worksheet, you'll notice that this question, there's a bit of an error also. You can refer to mine. Mine is the updated copy. Okay? So the line graph shows the number of pages a printer prints over 5 minutes. So the question is asking, part A, how many pages does it print in 4 minutes? Okay, so let me look at 4 minutes. 4 minutes is exactly 1,000 pages. Yeah, Yuki, that's correct. So this question don't need to do any calculation yet. You just look at the graph to get the answer. Okay, so this is where the error is. For your graph, can you change the number, please? So instead of 50, it should be 500. Can you guys see in your graph? Yeah, the 50 is actually 500. I mean, it got cut off a bit. That's why it ended up like that. Okay, so we can change it to 500, huh? Okay, so part B, how many pages does the printer print per minute? Now, the keyword per minute means 1 minute. So based on part A, you know that in 4 minutes, it can print 1,000 pages. So now I'm trying to find 1 minute. All I need to do is divide by 4. Okay, so your part B is linked to your part A. And this will give you 250 as the answer. Everybody okay? 250? Some of you got 25. If you look at the number in the graph, okay, so like I said, there's a bit of an error in the worksheet. You just need to add a 0 behind. Okay, so it's 500, not 50. mm. Yes, fantastic tomato. Yes, I'm using laptop. Okay, now part C. At this rate, how much time would the printer take to print 9,500 pages? You can solve this in one step. So let's use 9,500 pages, divide by 250 pages. Use calculator for this, and you should get 38 minutes. Okay, so it will take 38 minutes to print 9,500 pages. Yes, Lion King, that's correct, 38. Fantastic tomato, you have many questions about how I conduct the live. I mean, you can experiment with it on your own if you're interested in doing live also. Yeah. You want to try it out, is it? Need certain followers. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's look at our last question, which is actually not very difficult. So we're looking at angles, huh? EFGH is a rhombus, JKGH is a parallelogram, F is the midpoint of HJ. Okay, so I'm going to label first. So a rhombus means that all four sides are the same. So I label it with the pink color line. I'm supposed to find angle HFE. So what's so special about a rhombus? When you have a rhombus and you split it into two, you actually have two isosceles triangle, right? Okay, can you see? This is the first isosceles triangle, and then you have another isosceles triangle beside it. Okay, and then these two isosceles triangle are identical. So you're given 51 degrees, which is the base angle in the isosceles triangle. So since these two triangles are identical, it means that their base angle must also be identical. Okay, so question 1, you don't even need to calculate anything. It's just 51. Okay, 51. Okay, what about the next one? You're supposed to find angle GFJ. So I can solve this in one step. You're making use of the property angles on a straight line. Okay, so I will use 180 minus 51 to get 129 degrees. Okay, so I hope you guys got the same answer. Okay, then the last one you just need to circle, right? Circle the words that describe triangle EFJ. Now, because F is the midpoint of HJ, so I can do this. If it is the midpoint, that means this line is equals to this line, okay, the double line. So now let's circle. Triangle EFJ is not an isosceles triangle because EF is not equal to FJ. This is EF and this is FJ. Okay, they are not equal. All right, so I hope you guys got this correct. You should be circling it's not the same. Rainy got it correct? Yeah, good job. Okay. Lion King, what do you mean by why I do that equation? Which equation? Pia, you can go off first. We finished all the question already. Lion King. Okay, so because for part B, right? Because this is a straight line, isn't it? Lion King. This is a straight line. So if you make use of the property angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. Yeah, so that's why I use 180 degrees. Then I minus 51. Then I get 129. Okay? Bye, Pia. See you the next live. All right, so we're at the last question, guys. That's all. And then I will see y'all next week. Okay, so next week there is no live because it's a Christmas period. Okay, everybody should enjoy your holidays. Okay, so I'll see y'all 2 weeks later. Every Friday we'll have live. Yeah. Okay, bye. See y'all. See y'all next time. Next Friday, okay? Next Friday I'll see y'all at 7 p.m. Bye guys. Have a good holiday.